Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum to all of you. This is Abdul Ghaffar Abbasi here. Today we will discuss the nomenclature and IUPAC system of different organic compounds. Initially, in the first lecture, I gave Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I gave you the introduction related to nomenclature, then IUPAC system also. Then today we will discuss the nomenclature of the alkanes. Then in upcoming videos we will discuss the nomenclature of alkenes, alkynes, amines, and organic compounds and their functional group. At the end we will discuss. So today we will discuss the nomenclature of the alkanes. So look at here, alkanes. General formula for the alkane is CnH2n plus 2. Each alkane family member adds a new methylene or methyl radical in the next member. These are different number of the carbon atoms, like 1 2 3 up to 10, and then the names of alkane family, which we have discussed in the classes, like how to give the names. This we will discuss in the next videos related to the alkane, which we will discuss in detail what are alkanes and how to give names to alkane and each and everything, physical properties, chemical properties. Today here we will discuss only the nomenclature, how we will give the name. So methane, ethane, propane, butane, pentane, hexane, heptane, octane, nonane, and decane. So these are the molecular formulas of these members of the alkane, and then this will be the uh, name of the alkyl group and the formula. So this was a little bit introduction related to the alkanes. Now we are discussing the IUPAC names of the uh, alkanes. IUPAC nomenclature of alkane. First of all, we have to understand properly the rules of the alkanes. So the rules for the alkanes, number one rule is that select the longest continuous chain of the carbon atoms, whether straight or branched, and consider it as a parent alkane. Say suppose this is a example, like this is the we can say that a carbon chain. One student is giving the selecting the chain in this way, like this is the chain. So in this chain, how many carbon atoms are there? 1 2 3 4 and 5. So this will be wrong. Another student is selecting the carbon chain in this way, like from here, and then this one. This was the first student, this was the second student. So how many carbon atoms are in this second chain? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So this will be, second will be the correct one. So we have to select the longest chain, and that contains maximum number of carbon atoms. So I hope this rule will be clear to you all. Now rule number 2, number of the carbon atoms of the longest chain selected in which direction gives the nearest branching for the location of all branches. Now we have selected the longest chain, then we have to give the numbers, we have to give the numberings of the that compound. So say suppose, for example, this CH3 is at this position, CH3 is at this position, right? So how we will give the numbering? Now look at here, we have selected this chain, longest chain, rule number 1. Then how we will, from where we will start the numbering? For example, one student is giving the numbering from the left side, 1 2 3 4 and 5. Another student is giving the numbering from here, from the right side, 1 2 3 4 and 5. So which one of these two students, the reading will be correct one of this student. Why? Because look at the rule number 2, that we will start the numbering from that end where the branch is near. So look at here, the branch, this is methyl, that is on the attached on the second carbon. So we will start the numbering from here. But when we are going from the the left side, the branch is at the fourth carbon, so fourth number. So we will not start the numbering from here, but we will start the numbering from here where the branch is near. So I hope rule number 2 will be also clear. Now the rule number 3, how to give the name. Then how you will give the name. Position of each alkyl radical is designated by the number of the carbon atom to which it is attached. Now we have to give the number. Look at here, 1, 2, 3 and 4 numbering we have given. Longest chain we have selected. Now the third step is we have to give the name to the organic compound. So how we will give the name? As there are 3 parts of the name. Number 1 is the number, right? That is the number, or simply you can say that the this number shows the position of alkyl radical. This shows the position of alkyl radical, that where it is attached. Then this is the first. Then second part is methyl. What do you mean by methyl? This is basically the alkyl radical. This is the alkyl radical which is attached on the carbon chain. This is the second part. And the third one, which is butane. Third one is butane. Butane is the parent name of the organic compound. Means the longest chain, how many carbon atoms are there, that will be called as the parent name. So that is butane. So these are the 3 parts of the organic compound when you give the name to the organic compound. So look at here, number 1 is the number. So look at here, that methyl radical is attached on the second carbon. So that's the reason we have written here 2 and then dash the radical name, that is methyl, and then the finally complete chain name, that is 1, 2, 3, 4 means butane. So 2-methyl butane will be the name to this organic compound. That is the rule number 3. Now the rule number 4, if identical radicals appear more than once in the chain, then the number of the alkyl radical is represented by adding prefixes like di for the 2, tri for the 3, tetra, penta, etc. Now look at here, that if you can say that there are different radicals attached on the carbon chain, right? Then what you will do, you will give the name and then prefixes like ditri. So now look at here, this CH3 is attached to this second carbon, and on this third carbon, these are the 2 branches. So numbering 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So now look at here how we will give the name. First of all, we have to write the positions of the branches. Alkyl radical number 1 branch is attached on the second carbon, so that's the reason I have written here 2, 3. There is another radical, that is methyl, attached on the third, and there is third radical which is also attached on the third carbon. So that is the reason I have written here 3, 3, because 2 radicals are attached on the same position, that is 3. 2 comma 3 comma 3 dash, how many radicals are there? 3. Try, and what are the radical? What is the radical? That is methyl. And what is the complete parent name? That is 5, means pentane. So in this way you will give the name to this the chain molecular structure, that 2 comma 3 comma 3 dash trimethyl pentane will be the name for this organic compound. I hope you understood the rule number 4 as well. Now we are moving towards the rule number 5, when two or more different alkyl radicals are attached. In this rule number 4, same radicals are there like methyl, methyl, methyl. But when there are different radicals like methyl and ethyl present on the chain, then they are named in the alphabetical order. Means, for example, ethyl will be before methyl, and then methyl will be before propyl, right? So in this way we will give the name to the organic compound. Like look at here how we will give the name to this organic compound. Just you have to write now. I think it is correct. 3-methyl and 3-ethyl, and then 2-methyl. Methyl will be attached here, and then 3-ethyl. Now it's correct. Now how you will give the numbers? 1, 2, 3, all right. This will be in this way. On the 3 carbon, third carbon, ethyl radical is there, right? And on the second carbon, this methyl radical is there. Now this is right. Now look at here. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, right? Longest chain will be this one. And look at here in the rule number 5, as we have mentioned that we have to give the name according to alphabetical order. So on the third carbon, this is C2H5, this is called ethyl, C2H5, this is called ethyl radical. So on the third carbon, ethyl is there, this is ethyl, and then comma, on the second carbon, methyl is there, and what is the complete name? That is 5, means pentane. So 3-ethyl 2-methyl pentane will be the name to this organic compound. So this is rule number 5, is that if there are two different alkyl radicals like ethyl, methyl, so how we have to give the name? We have to write the that radical in alphabetical order, means ethyl will be before the methyl in this way. Now the 6th rule, when a different alkyl radicals occur at the same position on a carbon atom from either end, either right or left of the chain, then the carbon chain is attached from that end where the smaller radical is attached. So now look at here, look at this the structure where, for example, we are starting the numbering from here: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. And say suppose we are starting the numbering from here: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Look at the main important thing, that this ethyl is attached at attached on the similar position, that is third carbon. And if we are starting the numbering from In this way, if we have started numbering from here, this ethyl will be attached on the third carbon. But if we are starting the numbering from this right side, that methyl is attached on the third carbon. So from where we have to give the numbering, so that is mentioned, no issue, that is mentioned in the rule number 6, that we will start to give the numbering from that end where the smaller radical is near. So this will be the correct one, because methyl is the smaller radical, it is near and it is on the third carbon, and then ethyl is on the fourth carbon. So we will start the numbering from here, from this end, right side. So look at the name to this organic compound. Look at here, ethyl is now at the fourth carbon, so 4 ethyl and then comma 3 methyl. The complete name, parent name, that is 6, means hexane. So 4 ethyl 3 methyl hexane will be the name for this organic compound. I hope you understood this rule number 6 also. Now the last rule, that is rule number 7. The radicals are always mentioned with their position before actual compound. This is very much easy and clear, that we always mention the position and name of the alkyl radical before the parent name, as we have discussed here. Look at here, the complete name is hexane. So before hexane we have mentioned the position of the radicals, like 4 ethyl 3 methyl. These are the positions and name of the radical before the complete parent name. So look at here, for example, if we are discussing this, the chain where the methyl is attached on the second carbon. Now look at this one. So 2 1 2 3 4 and 5. So 2 comma 2 means on the second carbon these two methyl are attached, so that is the reason I have written here dimethyl. And what is the complete name? That is pentane. So 2 dash dimethyl pentane will be the name to this organic compound. So this is the rule number 7 related to the alkane. I hope you understood today's lecture, that was entirely related to the nomenclature of the alkane, the first homologous series of the organic compounds. And we have discussed IUPAC names, how to give the names to the alkane family, first homologous series. And we have discussed 7 very important rules. If you understood these 7 rules, then that will be very helpful for you in upcoming, the nomenclature of the upcoming organic compounds. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.